everybody. Welcome to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We're gonna be
Hey
playing.
everybody, welcome to me. My name is Sorry.
The second the recording starts, Anna goes from her normal self to a bully.
Oh, that is fun.
All right, we're gonna play some Ace Attorney today, boys.
Yay!
Yeah. We're gonna start with the tutorial.
Yes.
Yes. Jelly.
Yes.
Wait a minute. That's not jelly.
It's blood!
Oh no! She's fucking dead! Damn it!
Damn it!
Why me?
Why me?
I can't get caught. Not like this. Oh, look at that suit. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. Goku. I'll make it look like he did it. I wonder who the villain is. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous.
I get to voice then. No, I guess I'll just play on my phone.
No,
here.
Anna, voice
Mia.
Mia.
You're voicing all the characters.
Anna, voice Mia.
No.
Yes.
Anna's gonna sing. She's gonna be like, whoopty after and she's just gonna be like, I'm the man who talks in riddles and rhymes.
Anna.
It's me, dumb motherfucker.
Anna,
What?
say the line.
Right!
Oh, hiya, Chief.
Woo! I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well.
Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor.
A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case?
Yeah. Actually, I kind of owe him my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney.
Well, that's news to me.
I want to help him out in any way I can. I just really want to help him. I really owe him that much.
I really want to help him.
Right? Are you gay?
It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Fuck, shit, fuck! Is that your client screaming over there?
Yeah, it's him.
Death! Despair! Oh, dude. I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die! It's me! It sounds like he wants to die.
No, really? Yeah. Outwardly size. Larry, what did I tell you about calling me Nick? My name's Phoenix.
I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die.
What? What's wrong, Larry?
Oh, dude, my screen keeps like shitting out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away?
How do I tell him that it was me? The newspaper says it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. Ketchup. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butz, my ex. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the Butz.
Ah!
In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart and has a massive penis. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2.
Fuck you!
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butz.
Prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Ahem. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor.
This game is stressful.
Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. You seem rather guilty, Mr. Phoenix. Why don't you stand into that? Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Your Honor, are you sure that's a good idea? I mean, we kind of have to solve this murder case, but, I mean, yes, Your Honor. Audibly gulps, hand shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. It's Phoenix Wright, sir.
Yeah.
The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butz, Your Honor. Silly name.
Correct the
Butz.
Ah, he's got a fat butt.
Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. Let me get the mic closer to my mouth. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. Wink, wink. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here.
Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name?
Oh, the victim? Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot, temporarily.
I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed on the court record. Just press the R button to check it anytime, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? It's me. No. Attorney badge. No. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct.
Correct!
Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt
weed.
Totally tubular, dude. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed. That's for sure. I'm gonna come. Mr. Wright, put your pants back on. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what the object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into the evidence. Statue added to the court record.
Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R button to check the court record frequently.
Okay. Everyone, shut the fuck up. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butz, to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now?
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help you in your client's case. Get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate.
Uh-oh. Larry is real unfortunate. Look at this guy.
Look at him! Look at him! Him! Mr. Butz, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, but I don't even remember what his voice was earlier, I'm not gonna lie.
Just go for her voice.
Alright. New Zealand accent, here we go. Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony.
Didn't they all die? And who's Mark Anthony?
I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. Like, you could see his mouth twitching.
Yeah, exactly.
What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butz, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped.
Trust me, I know it well.
In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. Like me.
I was fucking your wife, Mr. Butz.
She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it! Slanders! Deceit! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Passport added to the court record. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see that, we can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. And
what do you mean by that, Mr. Payne? Are you a sexist?
Tell me, Mr. Butz, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you wanted him to answer that question.
No. Yeah, I do. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? Nope, I want to wait and see what happens. Might be better not to get involved in this one.
Well, Mr. Butz? Dude, no way! That cheating she-dog! I'm gonna die, I'm just gonna drop dead.
Oh, I need to readjust my leg.
Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Everyone shut the fuck up.
I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Nope. Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't.
Uh-oh. He went. What do I do? Let's have him answer let's have him answer honestly. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Mr. Wright, what are you doing with your hands?
Yeah, I was there. I went.
Shut up! Well, Mr. Butz?
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butz is lying.
What a lying butt! Well,
What an asshole!
What an asshole! Lying like that in my courtroom. Oh,
The
massage his
audacity.
beard. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Shut up! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sowitz to the stand.
You get what his name is supposed to be, right?
The screen went funky.
Oh.
No, what's his name supposed to?
It's Mr. Saw It.
Oh! Mr. Sowit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Oh, yes! Newspapers, yes!
Mr. Sart, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Oh, here we go.
Oh boy.
I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead! I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1:00 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there.
Ain't nobody who uses the term quailed unironically is unguilty. Guilty! Oh, fuck.
Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit saw... The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Blackout record added to the court record.
Now, Mr. Wright,
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
you may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor.
Right, this is it. The real deal.
You know it's getting intense when the harpsichord comes out. What exactly am I supposed to do?
Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave.
Lies? What? He was lying?
Your client is innocent, right?
Fuck no.
Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. The screen is super lagging, dude.
I'm sorry.
Or is your client really Guilty.
How do I prove he's not? Tell me! Tell me, you whore!
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face.
That sounds like assault, but okay.
Open the court record with the R button and point out contradictions in the testimony.
Alright. Okay. Oh. Present Cindy's autopsy. You found the body at 1 o'clock p.m. You're sure?
Yes, it was 1 o'clock p.m. for certain.
Frankly, I find that hard to believe, Frank. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 o'clock p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
Oh, that.
Jesus Christ, dude, the fucking screen. It's so bad. This is trivial! The witness merely forgot the time!
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Saw it, or should I say, Mr. Done it. Good one, Your Honor. Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question.
Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart.
Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
No, see ya.
Bye-bye.
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video or of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
Wait a minute. Wasn't there a blackout?
Yeah.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do.
I do? I mean, I've got this one. Yo, real quick, why does dude got a dot in the middle of his forehead?
Pretty sure it's a mole.
That's a weird place for a mole. Alright. How can there be a TV in buildings and have electricity? Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
Gah!
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sart?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sart, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. You naughty, naughty boy. That and you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sarge. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. We really have to do this. He's basically guilty.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Wait, but he hit the victim with the statue.
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly.
Wait, do I... Yeah.
Wait just a moment, mister. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? An attorney?
Just answer the question, Mr. Sawt.
Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes, Mr. Payne?
as the witness statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilted it and it says the time out loud. And as it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now?
Yes, I do. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in this witness's testimony. And it's not Larry Butz. It's not Larry Butz's butt. The only way we could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with that clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice.
Mr. Wright, you want to try that again? Everyone, please, shut the fuck up. How many times do I have to got this? Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. He was wearing the exact same suit. Mr. Sawt, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the base right there!
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard... No, I mean, I saw... Seriously? Shut up! I hate you! It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn! Give him death.
Order! Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawt heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock?
No. Fuck you.
I asked the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker after all.
So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25. Eck.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawt heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawt, try to talk your way out of this one. And also put your toupee back on. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it! I was so close! Ugh.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Looks like Mr. Butz is going to be playing Butz in jail. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness, unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawt.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Gah, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Alright, that's the end of the game.
Not so fast, Mr. Sawt.
Chief.
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right?
Ah.
Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
Yes. Wait. Maybe I can prove it.
You must have evidence some way that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
It was the passport. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. there. The next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast! The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawt, or should I say, Mr. Did It? Oh.
Damn.
Damn! Heart attack! Clear case of guiltiness! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone so bad at being a defense attorney, yet completely solved the case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butz, not guilty.
Hey, we did it!
And with that, this court is adjourned.
Dude, we solved our first case.
Woo!
Turns out that Frank saw it was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew! I still can't believe we won.
Right, good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel.
My life is over!
Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now?
Oh, Nick! Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
But my Cindy Windy's gone, man! Gone forever!
Larry, you do know you're gay, right? Ah, never mind.
Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butz, innocent. Hey, thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget about this. Ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh no, I couldn't.
Hey, why didn't I get an invitation to dinner and a movie? Ugh.
Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. Present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this cloak for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was really just playing me for a fool. Doesn't that just make you want to cry?
Larry.
Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. No, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him?
What? No! What are you talking about? What the heck is she talking about? Oh, fuck. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her.
Huh? What about that clock?
This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled.
Whatever, she probably just needed a cloak, that's all.
You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make it of it what you will.
I give it what... Oh, never mind. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks.
Hope that made him feel a little bit better.
Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we do is believe in them. We can't do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off?
Sorry, I was offered a date with Larry. I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent Butz.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah, part at least.
You have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks?
Oh, trust me when I say, you don't want to know. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said,
Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends.
but I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave me. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident, and my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise I wouldn't be able to keep. Foreshadowing. The end.
Speaking of endings, you remember how I told you that this medication makes me drowsy?
Yeah, you want to take a sleep?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Are we just gonna record episode by episode?
I don't know. I mean, like
That would
tonight.
make sense.
I mean, if you want to, sure.
Like each episode, we do one recording for each episode for the game. So like we'd have 4 recording sessions of Ace Attorney. 4! No! Stop it! Stop it! Closed.